What is going on, guys? It is DMG here, and today we are going to be reviewing the Winter Wildcards Djibril Sow or So. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. He has been released. He is a Bundesliga player. He's a center mid, most likely more of a defensive mid based on some of his stats here, specifically his physical, his work rates, and his defending. Now, plays for Frankfurt, and he's Swiss. Now, the Frankfurt link is not great, unfortunately. You might have someone like Indica, or is it Indica, the center back, the French center back, that might be all right. But you do have some decent nation links, believe it or not. You have the Mbabu, both like the ice and the fire ones. You have Zakaria, you have Mbolo if you want to. So you do have a few decent links in order to get him on some strong chem. In fact, we linked him with a regular gold Mbabu, and I think that he's actually been doing pretty decently. Now, like I mentioned, he is definitely more of a defensive mid. In fact, if you take a look at his stats, specifically his defending, his interceptions, defensive awareness, and stand tackle, the three most important defensive stats are higher than 84. So really, his defending is like 85, maybe even 86, right? It's better in game than 84. Along with that, he obviously has great physical, with great stamina. He can last all game. He has the ability to finish. I'm not saying you should put him in that spot, but if he finds himself there, he can probably finish if it's a good enough shot with like the right angles and everything like that. Now, unfortunately, one thing I have noticed in the few games that we've played thus far is that he doesn't have traits, and that's kind of apparent because I've used Delaney, for example. He has the dive into tackles traits, which means he's a little bit better defensively. He can kind of do some AI blocks and things like that. Tonali, he has the long passer trait. I'm not sure if that actually does anything, but for me, he just seems to get into a position to attack a little bit more, and then he can hit those passes really well too. Sow is just kind of in this situation where, from what I've seen, he's kind of a mixture between Tonali. He's better defending than Tonali, but not as good as Delaney. He's better attacking-wise than Delaney, but he's not as good attacking-wise as Tonali. And so he's kind of in this weird spot. And so I want him to kind of explode. I want him to kind of explode in a certain area, whether it's defending or going forward. I don't really care which one it is. I just want him to be better at one of them, because at the moment, it's more so as if he's just kind of like a good player, but nothing really stands out. And that's unfortunate, right? Because you want him to be good. So hopefully we can see him hopefully stand out a little bit more in these upcoming games. All right, first up, and we have, of course, the Benzema, but no Fakir, believe it or not. That's a little bit interesting. You got a bunch of French players. In fact, all of them are French, besides Fofana. Yep, read that. Sow, beautiful, good interception. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's fair. That was all right. Of course, he's gonna... Like, I'm still annoyed from losing a game because I pressed a button and it went through my goalie. Look at this. He has so many players back. Good lord. Holy god. Sow, your attack positioning is, I'm not gonna lie, it's garbage. Thank you, Lord. End of the first half, and at the moment, I'm not fond of Sow. Like, he's just okay. Like, he's not particularly great at one thing or another. And it's really, really frustrating. Like, look at Sow. What is Sow doing? Nah, dude. Sow has the worst attack positioning. PK! Pau Torres, great ball. Sow... seriously, I do not like his attacking positioning. Llorente, you know where to position yourself. Sow! No! That's it. I can't do Sow, man. Okay, it's out on him. Sow, you did enough. You can continue to play for me. It's the most boring player. This is the most boring player I've ever seen in my life. Okay, Sow. No. No. I fucking hate. You're an absolute... You're an idiot. Biggest fucking scam alive, dude. Sow, what'd you do? You got a 6.7. You know, I think we're gonna have to try to put you not at free roam because you just do not have the attacking ability for that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and block this guy because I never want to see anything associated with him ever again. You know, I feel as though I actually also have to, like, report him. For the way he played, that has to be offensive, right? It was offensive to me. I feel like Sow is more of a one defensive mid formation, like on stay back. Let's see if that does it. Okay, next up, and we have a little bit of a different team. Bundesliga, La Liga hybrid here. Can we just please have a little bit better? Because Sow, all I found out last game is that goddamn you have the worst attack positioning that I've ever seen. Ooh. Ooh, okay, Sal. You know what? Who saw it? Who said it? Who said it? One defensive mid. Bobby Firmino in the chat. One defensive mid formation. I like that. I like that. Sal, great tackle as well. Sane. Eto'o! Second goals! There we go! Bobby Firmino is always right, apparently. And he's a one defensive mid man. That is so much better. Thank God we actually see him start to do better. Because again, I didn't think he was going to be bad. I was going to be thoroughly surprised if he was a genuinely bad player. Oh God, this one's on me. Yeah, that's on me. I'm not saying it's Sal's fault for that goal. That's on me. I'm just saying that if because he is 6 foot, that's not a bad height. But if he was, you know, like 6'1" or 6'2", I think he gets that interception. Oh, Sal, hello. Sane, I love that positioning as well. He is definitely better as a one defensive mid player. He's offside. Sal, your attack positioning! There you go, better. All right, well, it is halftime, and we have another very, very, very defensive person just really enjoying his time at the moment. Sal has done a lot better as a one defensive mid player. He's gotten an assist. He's gotten more tackles. Again, Sal, I'm not liking that positioning, my man. It's okay, someone has to go and get that. Sal, love that. Love that. Thank you. Across. Thank you, Llorente! Oh, it feels so good. Oh, it feels so good. Thank you. Thank you, Llorente. Oh, and it skips it. Boo. All right. Look at his fucking defensive line. He's losing by 2 goals, and this is how he's playing. Oof. Oof. Oh. Oh, what happened here, pal? What happened? Oh my. Did you just lose when you were trying to be as defensive as possible? Wow, probably shouldn't do that ever again, you bum. This feels so good. 2 tackle attacks from Sal. That was very good, though. Let's see here. We had Pulisic with 1 goal, 1 assist. Love it. Sane, 1 goal, 1 assist. We had Sal with 1 assist, and he almost got man of the match, actually. Eto'o was man of the match. Sal, though, did pretty well. 1 of 3 on tackles, 4 for 8 on possession. 1.5 expected assists, so he did get an assist. 21 of 24 was not bad. He did get 3 interceptions. He was not beaten as well. You know, I think we did find it. He is a definite one defensive mid type of guy. I think that's what we have to use him as. All right, so we finished our games. We played 5. He did get 3 assists in those games, which is pretty good. Most of the time, we did play him in a 2 defensive mid formation. In the last game or 2, we did play him as a 1 defensive mid set, and he was much better as a 1 defensive mid. You know, I think that when you have someone like that, right? So let's compare them to Delaney and Tonali. Those 2 guys were my favorites, right? He has the combined abilities of both. He has the defending of Delaney while the passing and the dribbling of Tonali. Now, Tonali would not be good in a 1 defensive mid set because he's not as good defending-wise, but neither would Delaney because he's not great at, you know, at going forward a lot, right? His his dribbling and his passing aren't as good, and he's just better at like a 2 defensive mid where 1 goes forward, he can sit back and cover. Sal is different because he fits the one defensive mid formation a lot better. So 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, 4-1-4-1. You know, you could probably play him in like a 4-3-2-1, I would say. That probably would be good too. His attack positioning is the worst I have ever seen. He has 83 attack positioning, and it feels like a -7, genuinely. He is so bad at positioning himself in the attack, which is why, again, a 1 defensive mid formation is what's best for him, because then he doesn't have to, like, you don't worry about him going forward in a 1 defensive mid formation. You put him there to be an anchor man, right? Not someone that kind of moves around. And he's better at that. He has a lean body type, he has agility and balance, and while I don't think he's great on the ball in terms of dribbling, he can shift really, really well from left to right. And obviously with a shadow goes to a much higher pace as well, so then he can kind of get back to a certain spot. And so, you know, again, everyone is different. You can try him out a 2 defensive mid set. That is, you know, you're more than welcome to. From what I've seen, he's much better as a one defensive mid formation, so keep that in mind. So that is going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This has been DMG. Peace.